for them during the pandemic, and he stepped up to the plate. So finishing off our event is an inspirational presentation by Sunday, who is a 23-year-old motivational speaker, activist, and student at Western University studying social justice. At Sunday's core, he is a writer who loves to bring his thoughts into reality. Sunday says that he has a dream that one day his speeches will change the world and that he will live in each moment trying to make that a reality. And regardless, if he can use his passion for speaking to positively impact at least one person, then he is living a happy life. Sunday seeks to help those who may need it, because in the end, he says that he needs it too. So Sunday has written a very special, I guess, kind of spoken word type piece for you, our healthcare professionals. And I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so you can just focus on Sunday and his beautiful voice. So thank you, Sunday.
Thank you, Janek. I love hearing you speak. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, friends of friends, healthcare professionals, nurses, social workers, physicians, whoever you are. Hi, my name is Sunday. Yes, Sunday like today, short and sweet. And yes, before you ask, I say this every single time. I do have a cousin named Monday. It's been a little bit of a joke that my family goes on, but nevertheless, that is our names. So before I begin, I wanted to take a moment to say how incredibly grateful I feel to be a part of this event and to be able to speak to you here today. Not to mention how humbled I am to be graced in the presence of such intelligent minds. Like the presenters before me are very, very well spoken and very, very intelligent in their own fields. It truly means the world to me, and I only hope that we can all walk out of today with a bright smile. And most importantly, a newly found love for who you are. So with that being said, one of the more important things that I want you to know about me is that among the many things that I love in life, there's very little that compares to the love I have of stories. Contrary to the title that I go by, I don't really consider myself to be a speaker, nor a poet. Quite frankly, I don't even consider myself to be a writer. Recently, I discovered that those titles don't accurately portray what I try to represent. And as I always say, no matter where it is that you go, no matter what it is that you have, no matter who it is that you claim to be, none of it really matters. Because it is not what you do that makes you who you are. Much rather, it is what you represent. It is the actions that you take every single day in the spirit of what it is that you're trying to accomplish that makes you who you are. Likewise, I can serenade you with speeches all day, but if I don't actually represent what I'm trying to say, then I may as well not be speaking at all. Therefore, I try to speak with purpose. And I can't think of a better way to do that than through a good story. You see, stories can shape us. They can destroy us. They are often used to communicate some of the things in life that we cannot explain. As children, we hear stories of wonder that help us make sense of this mysterious world that we live in. We hear the story of mythical beings, the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, leprechauns. All of these we are told by our parents, not so much in an effort to deceive us, but in the effort to make us better people. And as we are told these stories of great heroes, we are inspired to be one, to be just like them, to be the person that saves lives, the one that jumps into a burning building. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I often dreamed of dire situations occurring right in front of me so I can step up and save the day. Looking back, I don't know how smart it was to wish for something to go wrong, but naivety is a child's medicine. Now, as fulfilling as it was to hear these stories of made-up heroes, there was always a sense of disconnect. Because deep down, I knew I wouldn't be able to fly across the sky like Superman. And so it was the stories of real life heroes that I loved the most. These were the stories of policemen, firefighters, and most importantly, the stories of healthcare workers. I was obsessed with those who had the ability to heal. And those of you that watch Grey's Anatomy could probably attest to this. There's something compelling, something attractive, something that draws us to the people who can save lives by their own hand. I don't know if it has something to do with our innate desire to save the lives of those around us. But the one thing that I do know for certain is this. The story of the healthcare worker is vast and one-sided. For as much pain as there is in this world, many of us rest easy knowing that there are people who work around the clock, ready to save our life if need be. That at any moment, all it takes is one phone call, and there's a team ready, full of professionals whose only goal is to preserve my life. What a luxury this is. And with every luxury in life, it's very easy to forget how much it takes to provide that. Because although we may see the smiling nurse who takes our blood, we don't see the burnout they experience every single night. Through the eyes of the doctor who peers into your x-ray, hides the grief for the child that he couldn't save. Or the hands of the ambulance operator as he speeds through traffic, hoping that he makes it home, that he makes it before it's too late, trembling for the people that he didn't reach in time. It's so easy for us to see one side of the page and think that that is all there is to this story. When in reality, you can see through anything when you shine enough light through it. So allow me to illuminate you to the truth. A truth that you may have since long forgotten. The truth that put you down this path in the first place. Not the motivation that you may have felt in your past, but the reason why you do what you do every single day. I can only imagine the thoughts that you battle with every morning when you rise, and the trauma that you suppress every night when you lay. Oh, it must be a symphony of pain and doubt, feelings that I cannot possibly understand. Yet every day, like the sun, you arise. You get up, look yourself in the mirror, not knowing what you'll face, and you press on regardless. Why? Why do you do what you do? Is it because of the money? No, that can't be it. Is it because of the recognition? I imagine that even that pleasure grows dull. Is it because it's what your parents wanted? I suppose that may be the case. Or is it? Is it because it's what you choose to represent? Maybe that's it. That by being a healthcare worker, you can represent healing. You can represent safety. And above all, you can represent hope. No, Cece, I don't think you understand. You do this innately. Innately, by just existing, you inspire passion within the hearts of our children. And I don't know if there's a greater honor than that. To live in this world knowing that you not only saved the lives of those around you, but saved the lives of those yet to be. You trailblaze the path for those yet to come. To know that one day, there will be people dreaming to become exactly what you are, simply because they saw you doing it. You are consequently the side of the story that needs to be told and the light that illuminates it. There's hope in what you represent. And I can't think of a better time when that was proven than in the years that we just lived. From 2020 to this very day, we have seen healthcare workers push themselves to the absolute limit. And no amount of thanks, praise, or recognition can compare to the pain, the stress, and the struggle that some of you may have felt. It goes without saying that it wasn't the government that carried us through this pandemic. It was you, each and every one of you. And I don't know if no one's told you yet, but if not, let me be the first. Thank you. Thanks for being the golf ball. Oh, I'm guessing many of you don't know what I just said. Fear not. Let me tell you a story. Many years ago, when the game of golf was first being invented, there was a group of men, successful men, who played every single weekend. And among this group, there was one particular man that they all knew. He wasn't as successful as his friends, but he joined every time. He had a rusty club and old beat up golf balls. Honestly, the men only agreed to let him join as a joke. And every week they would play. And they would slowly notice that the man was able to hit his golf ball twice as far as they could. And as the weeks went on, they grew angrier and angrier. Until one day they approached him with accusations of cheating. They took his club and his golf balls, and they tried them out for themselves. Much to their surprise, they realized they could hit the golf ball just as far as he could. So it was never him, but it was the golf ball itself. It was the one that's been hit a few times, the one with a couple dents in it. That golf ball, that one travels so much further than the one that doesn't. And now to this day, we still have the golf ball with holes. So to those of you with a few hits in them, those of you that have taken a beating, get yourself back up. Put yourself back in position and get ready for the next swing. Because it's coming. And one day you're going to get it. And you'll get hit hard. And when that day comes, I want you to remember this. I want you to remember why you do what you do. And I want you to remember what you represent. And that will take you further than the rest. I hope you didn't expect me to tell you that it gets all better. You're old enough to know otherwise. You don't need me to tell you that. Sometimes it doesn't get better. But you do. You always do. So to all my healthcare professionals, as a cool doctor once told me, I say to you, get better soon. Thanks.
Show some love for Sunday in the chat. Everybody, I could just tell, was enthralled by your story and your words, Sunday. I know you had me on the brink of tears. I can see all the comments coming up now. So thank you so much. What a beautiful piece for our healthcare community. You really kind of hit the nail on the head. So yes, lots of love showing up in the chat here for you. Thank you so much. Had me in tears. Beautiful. Well said, Sunday. You're a beautiful speaker, Sunday. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you so much.